Huawei Mate 60 Pro is the very unprecedented phone because there are several things and key points I need to talk about. So this is a very unprecedented phone. Why? Because under USA sanctions for over 3 years, and they've been using Qualcomm CPUs for long, but this time the Kirin CPU has been back. So this is the SMIC Leica for the camera, and also and it has something like 5G speed, maybe over 4G, but I think it's already enough. You get 5G speed. This is one key, and also HarmonyOS 4.5, and also 5,000 mAh battery, so it's very big, and the 88 wire charging and 50-watt wireless charging and 20-watt reverse wireless charging, which is very efficient comparing to other phones. I think it's very good. And also the most key point is that instead of being limited to sending an emergency text, which is what Apple offered on the iPhone 14, but here the Mate 60 Pro user can make the actual phone calls in areas where there is no cellular connectivity. So this is the very unprecedented move, and so you can use the satellite to not only for text message, but it is for phone calling, so which is very good when you have the emergency scenario, which helps you a lot, and it's very convenient, and it's the world's first technology using on the commercial phone. That's very good, and also the CPU's part is very good. It's the Kirin CPU, based on maybe ARM V8, because V9 Huawei doesn't have that kind of a license, but they got the permanent license for the ARM V8, so that they can modify by themselves for the architecture and the instruction set for modifications. That's why they have something like their own architecture, so based on V8. So here it is like 1 + 3 + 4 configuration, and 3 more Cortex A78, and the self GPU Malian 910. So that's also very unprecedented, and because under USA sanction, they cannot use the Taiwanese TSMC, Taiji, they cannot use them for the semiconductor fabrication for 5 nanometer, but they break through and using the SMIC, 中芯國際 SMIC's technologies, producing 7 nanometer with the layers plus layer N plus 2, so 14 nanometer they can make for the SMIC semiconductor. They can make 14 nanometer using DUV, but they don't have the EUV because the USA sanction. European ASML didn't sell the EUV to them. The mass alignment machine, so they just use 14 nanometer using DUV to make a layer plus 2, so 14 nanometer times 2, so it's 7 nanometer, so make another layer double the layer so that the performance is equal to the 7 nanometers. So that's very unprecedented. So China now already, broke the deadlock. So they don't be afraid of the USA sanction. Still can make the 100% Chinese made with the Chinese companies produced all the parts, excluding any of the American companies' products and parts and chips. That's very intriguing. I, as Chinese, am very proud of my country. The only country that can make this is China, besides USA. And I don't think there are any countries in the world who can make that kind of own productions, own semiconductor fabrication with 7 nanometer, which is crazy. So that's unprecedented. This Huawei Mate 60 Pro, and also, with the, as I've said, with the HarmonyOS 4.0, is also the Chinese made operation system. Also, besides iOS and Android, the world's third population using this HarmonyOS 4. So I think it's very good. I am using HarmonyOS 4 for my Mate 40 Pro as well, and it runs very smooth. So this is very unprecedented. And we'll talk about this Mate 60 Pro. The Antutu is around the Snapdragon 888 for the benchmark. It's over the 888. It's around the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. Okay, so I think it's enough. Though it is not the toppest CPUs as Qualcomm's, it's still good because all under sanctions by the West, still producing their CPU, not using US's Qualcomm's, producing their own architecture with ARM-based V8 only, can compete with the ARM V9 latest CPU's architecture. Something I think it's already very good. You can see and got their GPU million, as I said, and it's something around 8 Gen 1 of Qualcomm's. So, and the GPU is still unknown. Deducting the GPU's benchmark, I think it still has the improvement, the room to improve their benchmark, and then optimization sooner or later will be very great. Very expected for the future. See, the Antutu benchmarks HarmonyOS 4.0 and 12 gig RAM and 512 gig ROM. This is benchmark Kirin 9000S. And the GPU is still unknown because it doesn't recognize it. For the Antutu, things sooner or later will be better for the benchmark. It's around the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, I think. Still very great and very expected for the coming. And what else I need to say is that yes, 中芯國際 is the SMIC semiconductor produced that's N+2, so it's double layer. 14 nanometer SMIC can produce with the DUV, the lower DUV only, not the EUV, but they use double layers. So 14 nanometer times 2, so the performance is equal to 7 nanometers EUVs. So just have more power consumptions and the temperature is higher, hotter, so the heater for releasing the heat is bigger, as people already research on it. So I think it's okay for using it. And also, so Kirin 9000S, very great. Not by TSMC, it's by SMIC Semiconductor, Chinese company. So now later I will show the pictures for you because some people already digested it and decided it for showing you soon. And we got a 5G chipset, maybe 4G overclock, I don't know, but the speed is already 5G, so no matter what, I don't care about that. I think it's good. And every other parts are by the Chinese company as well, so I think it's okay. So yes, very good. And yeah, this also talk about the speed is over 500, the max is to 800 max, so it's already over 5G or standard 5G speed. So no matter, it doesn't show the 4G or 5G signal because it's not the actual on the market production. Maybe sooner or later when they really released it announcement for the release announcement, then we'll adjust to 4G or plus or 5G. Sooner or later you will know. And CPU model doesn't show as well. Sooner or later maybe may show because now it's just for the pre-release for you, the pre-release for you to have something for you to see. Okay, because the American, the business, the commercial, the staff, very top end staff visited China during that time. So Huawei very immediately to release that phone to make the statements to the USA that no worries, under the sanction we still have the great phone with our own Kirin CPU made in China, 7 nanometers performance. I don't care about your sanction, and to make the our achievement to let the America and the American officers and the government staff saying that we can do it, no matter how much sanction, okay? And satellite, that kind of things. Antutu, as I said, Kirin, 9000 shown. And also the people decided this showing the CN02. Before it was TW, Taiwan by TSMC, but here CN02 which is by the SMIC, the Semiconductor of China. So it's the 中芯國際, so it's made in China's high silicon, high 36AO. So this is the Kirin 9000S. Okay, that's the price is something about, the Pro one is a 6,999 RMB. Not the Pro one, Mate 60 is the 5,999 RMB. So I think it's good. Now you can buy or something. Still good. Okay, alright. So to sum up, as the satellites very rose first, and also breaking the USA sanction, under USA sanction still SMIC still can make the 7 nanometer like technology with only the DUV machine, the mass alignment machine. Only DUV can make 7 nanometer level, so we don't care about the sanctions. And DUV for the Chinese made, we can also make 28 to 60 nanometer, so we don't need to care because I think it's based on the ASML mass alignment DUV. That time we bought a lot of DUV's machine from ASML, so I think SMIC uses the DUV by ASML to make this Kirin 9000S. but it's okay. They have their technology and they use double layers and making more higher costs only because they need to use more time or more. The success rate may be only under 50 or even lower, but they still make it, right? They still make the chipset out, using more the light or the ultralight to crack to the chipset with those kind of circuit. So just using more time and more money and more cost, but still make it. It is fundamental. And so to announce that we don't need to care and worry about the USA sanction. I'm very happy now. So hope USA can see my videos telling you that we got our own semiconductor. We don't need to care. Because I see no more English website telling you about that kind of news. So peace out.